Hello everyone. Deep in America's remote forests, bobcats were once elusive shadows, rarely seen. But times have changed. Today, in the suburbs of Texas, Florida, Montana, Maine, and Vermont, these wild predators are venturing out of the woods and onto the fringes of human settlements. Climate change, wildfires, and the destruction of their natural habitat are to blame. Deprived of food and water, bobcats now lurk dangerously close to farms and residential areas, leaving behind damage and financial losses of up to $50 million annually. Local authorities have come up with an interesting solution, so follow along to find out what it is. My name is Daniel, a native son of Vermont and a lifelong hunter. Vermont is home to an estimated 3,500 to 5,000 wild bobcats, and their increasing presence near farms has caused concern in the local community. Recently, I received a special call, an invitation from the state's mayor himself to join a government-sponsored mission to stop the bobcat invasion. It was a rare opportunity to hunt without the red tape that hunters dream of. For this hunt, I had equipped myself with a .243 Winchester, a precision rifle known for its flat trajectory and minimal recoil, ideal traits for targeting fast, stealthy animals like bobcats. The high-velocity rounds ensured accuracy at both close and medium range, allowing me to react quickly to any sudden movements. Every element of this hunt, from the rare legal freedom to the tactical gear, was geared toward one mission: protecting Vermont's farms. Unlike larger predators, bobcats rarely pose a threat to humans, making this the perfect opportunity for a solo hunt, just me and my loyal hunting dog. Armed with a small caliber rifle and accompanied by my well-trained dog, I began tracking a faint trail left in the fresh snow. About an hour later, a soft bark from ahead signaled that the dog had found the target. A mature bobcat emerged from the woods in the distance, moving quickly but silently. It paused, ears twitching, eyes scanning the area, perhaps sensing something unfamiliar. I squinted, aiming at the bobcat's chest. A single shot tore through the cold air, and the animal collapsed into the white snow, falling still in the absolute silence of the deep forest. At the edge of a leafless forest, I quietly set up my hunting post. The forest was silent. Then, in the silence, from a distance of nearly 300 yards, a majestic lynx emerged from the brush. Its body was large and muscular, its coat a smooth blend of fawn and pale gray that glistened in the pale light. It did not hurry, it sat gracefully on the ground. My heart pounded. I carefully aligned the scope, my finger tight on the trigger. A clean shot tore through the still air, straight into the lynx's chest. It collapsed in silence.
Yes!
A rare and powerful encounter, captured in a breathless second.
Beautiful cat.
On the vast, sun-drenched plains of Texas, where the climate fosters a thriving agricultural industry, there is an often overlooked predator, the bobcat. My name is Oliver, and I own a poultry farm here, but recently the peace of my land has been shattered by a series of stealthy nighttime raids. Frustrated and determined, I took matters into my own hands. One evening, I stood on a low, flat hill with a perfect view of the chicken coop. I spotted a silent bobcat, moving closer to my target. I raised my rifle, aimed, and fired. Boom! It went down instantly. I had killed a cunning predator.
Said it.
That's a good cat.
Look at the size of that.
He jumped up and was moving.
The strange cry from the sounder echoed through the woods once more, this time attracting another predator. Another adult bobcat slowly advanced, its sharp eyes scanning the underbrush, its ears twitching in confusion as it tried to locate the source of the strange call. These solitary creatures, known to roam territories as large as 50 square miles, rarely appeared in such close succession. But this one was drawn by instinct. As it drew closer, curiosity overriding caution, I steadied my breathing and raised my rifle. With a single, precise pull of the trigger, the silence was broken, and the bobcat fell, motionless. Under the cover of darkness, when most creatures retreated into silence, the lynx set out to hunt, its eyes glowing like distant headlights under my night vision scope. It moved with such uncanny precision that not even a rustle could betray its presence. This elusive predator had turned my peaceful farm into its hunting ground, leaving behind a silent scene of devastation, scattered feathers, broken cages, and the corpses of pets that once roamed free. The image haunted me, fueling an unwavering resolve. I took my position, my finger steady on the trigger, my heart pounding with determination. In a controlled breath, I squeezed the trigger. Hit, the lynx lay motionless on the ground. I stood in front of a bush on a grassy hill. Suddenly, out stepped a huge bobcat, its golden fur glistening in the sunlight, and its body much larger than I expected. This was no ordinary bobcat, it was a dominant male, probably over 40 pounds, a veritable apex predator in the area. My heart pounded with excitement, but my hand remained steady. With calculated precision, I aimed and pulled the trigger. The silence was broken, and in that instant, a ruthless cattle killer was stopped.
favorite adult cottontail.
And man, here he came. This is my cottontail. Tom. Oh, yeah.
Shot. I turned about 70, 75 yards. Ran that eastern drop.
With a small Tom or little.
Just as I was packing up to leave, the unexpected happened. A bobcat appeared. It moved cautiously and warily.
Because
My heart pounded, knowing how elusive and cunning these predators were, capable of wiping out an entire chicken coop in a single night. Without hesitation, I raised my rifle. A single, accurate shot broke the silence, and the bobcat fell instantly. It was a perfect end to the hunt, a testament to patience, timing, and being ready when the opportunity presented itself. Activities hunting bobcats with guns deployed in a controlled manner. The situation has completely changed, damage reduced by more than 85%, wild lynx density decreased to 70%. A survey in Vermont found that nearly 90% of farmers trust and are absolutely satisfied with the effectiveness of this method. This is no longer simply an act of self-defense, it is a precise and decisive counterattack to regain life for the U.S. agricultural industry.
Now I'm not disappointed.
out here with dogs.
The U.S. government is holding a coyote hunting contest for professional hunters. Only hunters licensed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service are allowed to participate, attracting a large number of hunters from across the country. With coyotes causing an estimated $50 to $60 million in damage to the U.S. economy each year, the contest is not just a sport but also part of a wildlife management strategy. With a $10,000 prize for the winner, what rules must the hunters follow? Follow along. Hunters are only allowed to use rifles for the competition. Organizers provide weapons including Remington 700 or Ruger American Predator rifles, both of which are popular for their lightweight design and high accuracy. They come with .223 Remington or .243 Winchester ammunition, which is ideal for fast targets like coyotes. There are also camouflage clothing, electronic sounders, rangefinders, and survival kits. As the contest began, each hunter headed in a different direction. I was Benedict, the contestant. My assistant and I headed toward an open meadow next to a ranch, an area known for frequent coyote activity. Using the tall grass as cover, a moment later, a curious coyote crept out, drawn by the sound. My pulse quickened.
Shot to make. You caught him right as he turned. It was perfect.
I took a steady breath, locked my sights through the scope, and pulled the trigger. With one shot, the animal fell instantly, no resistance, no second chances. A clean kill, and the contest had just begun.
So, we got. This is gonna be dubbed.
Knowing the habits of coyotes, I set up a hunting site on a flat area next to the woods, an ideal transition zone where predators often roam in search of food. After locating the electronic collar and concealing myself in natural underbrush, I waited. A moment later, a rustle of leaves revealed the silhouette of a cautious coyote emerging from behind a bush. At 80 yards, I steadied my rifle, adjusted the scope, and fired a precise shot. The coyote fell instantly.
coyote.
The vast pasture near the cattle ranch was quiet, too quiet, until a lone coyote emerged from the brush, its eyes not on me but on the herd of calves grazing nearby. It moved with the precision of a seasoned predator, fearless, alert, and calculated. I knew immediately this was not the first time it had stalked cattle. Lying flat against the tall grass, I slowly aligned my scope with its chest. A loud click echoed across the field. The shot was a perfect hit. The coyote collapsed, writhed for a moment, then lay still. But the silence did not last long.
But as this layout is
Pretty bad shape. You need to get sword on the side.
What happened next was beyond my expectations. Instead of fleeing from the gunfire, 3 more coyotes, attracted by the electronic call, came charging straight at me. I didn't hesitate. 2 more shots rang out. 1 coyote fell instantly. The others, startled, disappeared like ghosts into the nearby woods. That day, I realized I wasn't the only one in the ambush. The prairie had become a battleground between predator and protector. My group consisted of 2 people, James and Vincent, born and raised in Wisconsin, where the cold weather prevailed all year round. The icy silence of the snowy plain was broken by the sudden appearance of 3 large coyotes charging towards us. I locked on the one leading the attack about 100 yards away and fired a precise shot straight into its chest. It fell instantly. The gunshot sent the other 2 scattering. James, quickly drawing his gun, took down one with a single accurate shot. I regained my composure and took down the last one with a synchronized attack. In less than a minute, the 3 intruding predators were destroyed.
If you didn't get it, hold them up again.
it was so quiet.
Just as I finished cleaning up the scene, 3 more coyotes appeared in the distance, at first nothing more than black shadows moving across the blinding snow 700 yards away. By the time they were 200 yards away, their fate was unknown. James glanced at me. "Are you ready?" I nodded. "Ready." Asterisk 1, 2, 3, asterisk 2 shots rang out in unison. 2 coyotes fell where they stood. The last one stood still, dazed and uncertain, until my final shot sent it sprawling into the snow. 6 coyotes down in one day. A naked cow skeleton in the field is undeniable evidence of the coyotes' crimes. As a seasoned hunter, I knew this was a sign of their increasing boldness. As night fell, coyotes were at their most active. Through my night vision scope, I spotted 2 coyotes slinking along the edge of the field. They looked straight at me, and I pulled the trigger. My bullet pierced the silence and hit them in the chest with pinpoint accuracy. The other one tried to run away into the darkness. I fired 3 shots in quick succession, finally taking it down. I set myself a goal, to hunt from sunrise to midnight. This wasn't just defense, it was testing my limits, honing my skills. I set up an ambush in the harvested cornfield where they were hiding to commit their crimes at the nearby chicken coop. In the darkness, their eyes shone like 2 headlights, aimed straight at me. Gunshots rang out, miss. I fired, but missed. They disappeared into the darkness. Frustrated but focused, I held my position. Then 2 more appeared on the distant ridge. This time, I didn't hesitate. This time, I wouldn't miss. Two days later, the hunters returned to the meeting point. Everyone was carrying a lot of trophies. In the end, out of the many hunters who entered the contest, I was the overall winner, having killed 10 coyotes. But this contest was never intended to eradicate coyotes. It was a strategic initiative to manage the soaring coyote population that has plagued rural America and caused millions of dollars in damage to American agriculture. By controlling wildlife through events like this, hunters play a vital role in restoring balance and protecting farmers' livelihoods.